Hello everyone, I am Pushplata, TGT Science from KV number 4, Jalandhar Cant. Today I am going to present a very important topic of class 10th science. The topic is trends in periodic table. According to modern periodic law, the properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic number. That is, the arrangement of elements in periodic table into group and periods with predictable properties allow us to assume certain pattern in electronic configuration. We know that in the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged according to their increasing atomic number. And due to this increase in atomic number, the configuration also keeps on changing. And the valence electron varies in a pattern. Due to this change in valence electron in a pattern, we can see certain similarity or a regular pattern in the properties like atomic radius, ionization energy, metallic character and electronegativity, because these all properties depends on the valence electron. So let us see how these properties vary in a row and along and down a group. Let us first take the property atomic radii. Atomic radius is the half distance between the nuclei of two like atoms. Now we can see in this picture that as we are moving down a group, if we are moving down a group, the size of the atom is increasing. Now why this happen? We will discuss it. Let us take the group first. Suppose we are taking the first group. The first group will have elements hydrogen, lithium, sodium and potassium, with having atomic number 1, 3, 11 and 19. There are other elements also, but we are taking for example these 4 elements. Now hydrogen having atomic number 1 will have 1 shell. Lithium with atomic number 3 will have 2 shells, because 1 shell can occupy, the first shell can have maximum of 2 electrons. So the third electron will go in the next shell, that is L shell. Now in case of sodium will have 3 shells because its atomic number is 11. So first shell will have 2 electrons, the second will have 8 electrons and the remaining one will go in the last shell. For potassium there will be 4 shells. Now if we are increasing these shells, we can easily see that the size is also increasing, because down a group the number of shell increases due to this increase in the atomic number, and due to increase in this number of shells the size is also increasing. So we can see down a group the atomic size increases due to increase in the number of shells. Now if we talk about the periodic row from left to right, we can see that the size is decreasing. Now why this happens? Let us take an example of third row, that is having elements sodium with atomic number 11, magnesium with atomic number 12, aluminium with atomic number 13 and other elements. We are taking just 3 to explain it better. Now if we take the sodium will have 3 shells because its atomic number is 11. It will have 1 electron in the outermost shell, and the remaining inner shells will have 2 and 8 electrons. Okay, now magnesium will have 2 electrons in the first shell, second will have 8 electrons and the remaining 2 will be in the last shell. If we talk about aluminium, it will also have 3 electrons because they all belong to the third row, and we know that in a row the number of shells remains the same. So K shell will have 2 electrons, L shell will have 8 electrons, 2 and 8 are 10 electrons. The remaining 3 will go in the third shell, that is L shell, K, L and M shell. 1, 2 and 3 electrons. Now what happens actually, the atomic number 11, it means that there are 11 protons and proton is positively charged, and it will have 11 electrons in the shells because number of protons and electrons in a neutral atom is equal. So 11 proton will hold the 11 electrons with certain force. Now in case of magnesium, it will have 12 protons, and these 12 protons will hold the 12 electrons more strongly as compared to sodium because the effective charge is increasing. There are more positive and negatively charged particles, so there will be more force. Now this more force will pull the last shell electron more tightly. The valence electron will become a little bit closer to the nucleus, so a size will be a little bit smaller. Now in case of aluminum, there will be 13 protons because its atomic number is 3, and it will have 13 electrons because number of protons and electrons is equal. Now the 13 proton which are present in the nucleus will pull the electrons more forcefully as compared to magnesium. That means the force of attraction between protons and electrons is increasing due to more number of particles. More protons will pull the electrons more forcefully, so the size will decrease as we move from left to right in a row. So what we see, sodium will be bigger than magnesium, magnesium will be a little bit bigger than aluminum, and the size keeps on decreasing as we move from left to right in a row. So what we have seen, that as you move across the period, you gain electrons but you also gain protons. More protons hold their electrons tighter. That means from left to right the size keeps on decreasing. As you move down the group, you gain more electrons which are in electronic orbits farther from the nucleus. The nucleus have less pull the farther out you move. That means the increase in the number of shell will increase the distance of protons from the outermost shell electrons. So there will be less force, so there will be increase in size as we move down a group. Now the next property is ionization energy. It can also be written as IE. Ionization energy is the energy required to remove an electron from an atom. Low ionization energy means it is easy to remove the electron. High ionization energy means it is very hard to remove the electron, because as we remove the electron, the atom becomes ion. So if more energy is required to remove the electron, the ionization energy will be higher, and if it is easy to remove the electron, the ionization energy will be low. Now again, let us take an example of a group. Because down a group, the ionization energy decreases. Why this happens? Let us again take the first group. First group will have sodium as the first element, hydrogen as the first element, then lithium, then sodium, and then potassium. Hydrogen will have one electron in its outermost shell. Lithium also will have one shell, but it will have one electron in its outermost shell, but in all there will be two shells. Sodium will have 3 shells with 2, 8 and 1 electron. We know that maximum of 2 electrons can be occupied in K shell. Then L shell will have 8 electrons and the last electron will go in the next shell. So first group elements will all have 1 electron in their outermost shell. They all need to remove 1 electron. So it is easy for them to lose electron. But as we move down a group, we see that lithium it is very easy, the size of the hydrogen is small as compared to lithium. Lithium is smaller as compared to sodium. Now what we see, that the distance between proton and outermost shell is increasing down a group. Due to this increase in size, the force of attraction between the nucleus and the outermost shell is decreasing. So it is easy to remove the electron from sodium. This electron is to be removed, and it is attracted by the nucleus, which is at the which are in the nucleus. There are protons which are holding this valence electron. The force of attraction between this nucleus and outermost shell is less as compared to lithium, and hydrogen will have less force as compared to lithium, because due to increase in size it is easy to remove the electron due to less force of attraction between proton and outermost shell electron. But as we move from left to right across a period, ionization energy increases. We have already discussed that along a row, the size, atomic size, keeps on decreasing. Suppose again, if we take an example of third row will have 3 shells, and as we move from left to right, the shell will remain 3, but due to increased number of protons and electrons, the force of attraction will be larger, which will pull electrons more strongly, and it results in the decrease in size. So as the atomic size is decreasing along a row, it is difficult to remove an electron. See, the more will be distance between proton and electron, it will more easy to remove the electron, because protons are holding the electron. If the distance increases, the force of attraction will decrease and electron can be easily removed. So suppose they all are having 1 electron in their, sodium will have 1 electron, magnesium will have 2 electrons, aluminum will have 3 electrons, now sodium have to attend the nearest electronic configuration of neon, so it will want to lose 1 electron, and it is very easy to remove the electron from it. Now in case of magnesium have to lose 2 electrons, so it will lose first electron, and then it have to lose 2 electrons to attain the nearest gas configuration. It will be difficult to remove 2 electrons from it because the size is decreasing. That means protons are more closer to electrons, valence electrons. Now in case of aluminum, we have to remove 3 electrons. It will lose 1 electron, then more energy will be required to remove the second electron, and further more energy is required to remove the third electron. That means the ionization energy is increasing because we have to remove the valence electron, and due to this decrease in size, the atomic size is decreasing, therefore the distance between the proton and electrons is also decreasing. If the distance is decreasing, that means the force of attraction between protons and electrons is increasing, and if protons are holding the electron more tightly, it will be difficult to remove the electrons from the valence shell. So let us revise. Atoms on the left of the periodic table give up electrons easily to achieve a more stable configuration because they are bigger in size as compared to the other members of the row. So it is easy to remove the electron. The valence electrons in the atoms in the lower group experiences less pull from the protons in the nucleus and are easy to remove. We know that down a group the atomic size is increasing, and there is large distance between protons and valence electron. So it is easy to pull the valence electron from the low elements present in the downer group. It is also important to know about the noble gases. Though they are present in the 18th group, but it is very difficult to remove the electron from noble gases because they have stable complete configuration. That means their octet is complete. It is very difficult to remove the electron from it because they are very stable. The next property is electronegativity. Now electronegativity is the tendency of an atom to attract electrons in a compound. The higher the electronegativity, the more the atom is able to attract electrons to itself. Now as we move down a group, electronegativity decreases. and as you move left to right across a period, the electronegativity increases. Let us see why this happens. Electronegativity is the tendency to attract an electron. So if we are moving down a group, we have already discussed that the atomic size keeps on increasing. As the size keeps on increasing due to increase in number of shell, the distance between the nucleus and the outermost shell is increases. The distance is increasing, so the force of attraction between the nucleus and the outermost shell electron is decreasing. It means it is very easy to remove the electron from it. But if we want to gain the electron, the nucleus and the outermost shell electron are very closer in the first row element. So if we want to attract, if the electron want to attract the, if an atom want to attract the electron, it will attract the electron more easily because the nucleus and the valence electron are very close to each other. It will be easy for the proton to attract the electron. But due to increase in the size, the distance between the proton and the valence electron is very less. So if we want to add an electron in the valence shell, it will be very difficult because the proton will not attract the electron more forcefully. So as we move down a group, the electronegativity decreases. That means the tendency to attract the electron, to snatch the electron from other atom, decreases due to increase in size of the atom. But as we move left to right in a row, the number of shells will remain the same. Suppose if we are talking about the third shell, the number of shells will be 3, but size keeps on decreasing due to increased number of protons and protons and electrons. The size is decreasing. That means the proton will attract the electron more readily in the third element. Due to this less distance between proton and valence electron, electrons will be attracted more forcefully in the third element, that is aluminum. If we are talking about the third row, suppose it is sodium, it is magnesium, and it is aluminum. Aluminum will attract the electron more readily. Magnesium, due to its increased size, will attract the electrons less readily. So in case of sodium, sodium will attract the electron lesser than magnesium. Magnesium will attract the electron lesser than aluminum, because due to decrease in size, the tendency to attract the electron keeps on increasing. Electron is attracted by the proton which is present in the center, and electron is to be added in the valence shell. So as the distance between the proton and the valence shell decreases, the tendency to attract the electron increases. So what we have seen, electronegativity along a row increases as we move from left to right. Let us see it again. Electronegativity increases across a period because the number of charges on the nucleus increases. That attracts the bonding pair of electrons more strongly. As the size is decreasing, the force between the nucleus and the valence electron increases, and it attracts the electron more easily. But as we move down a group, electronegativity decreases because the bonding pair of electrons is increasingly distant from the attraction of nucleus. Down a group, due to increase in the number of shells, the size is increasing, and due to this increased size, the distance between the nucleus and the valence electron decreases, which will not allow the electron to attract the nucleus to attract the electron more forcefully. So down a group, the electronegativity decreases, and along a row, the electronegativity increases.